Steve, thank you so much for joining us. Let's take a look at KCB and its expansion strategy into Burundi. Do you think it's a sustainable idea for KCB to be expanding into Burundi right now?
I believe it's more than sustainable. I believe it's a feasible idea. Because one, when you look at how the banking industry has been in Kenya, Equity has actually been leading in terms of client deposits and expansion. But what I think KCB has done is to take advantage of the East African Cooperation talks that are actually ongoing to try and bring together the 7 countries in the East African region. And what KCB is doing is to try and get into the market before anyone else, giving an opportunity to Kenyan business people and entrepreneurs to actually be able to start business in those particular countries. And at the moment, you're seeing the expansion in Rwanda, with the prospects of actually them opening at least 2 branches before the end of this year in Burundi. This is at the backdrop of one successful East African Cooperation amalgamation. It's the largest East African bank in terms of assets, and I believe the cash flow has been improving. The CEO, Mr. Martin Udor, has actually turned around the company and put it on a firm footpath in terms of growth. So I believe it's a sustainable development.
Well, like you said, it has a presence in Tanzania, Uganda, Rwanda, and South Sudan. What strategy did they put in place for growth in those areas?
One, I believe what KCB has done is actually come up with products that actually target any ordinary businessman, financing business people who are willing to open businesses in the other countries like Tanzania, Rwanda, and Uganda. So, for example, if I want to open business there, it will be easy for me because the bank will actually finance my operations from there without me having to look for another bank. So, one, it's the type of products and services they're actually coming up with. 2, the aspect of cross-listing, because when you look at the country like Tanzania, it's a bit strict in terms of who actually, who does business with them. And the fact that KCB is listed on them, it's actually been easy for it. And we also see that KCB has been the first company in Kenya to actually cross-list on the Rwandan Stock Exchange, over-the-counter process, which was the preserve of government organization and corporations. So this is the second strategy, being able to be the lead in terms of equity markets, business products and services, and 3, that taking advantage of the asset base to actually, go ahead before other banks can actually realize what's happening. And by the time the East African Cooperation talks are over and you're one country now, they'll be ahead.